In October 2024, two wolves were born that should not exist. They had been extinct for 10,000 years. No announcement, no press conference, no headlines. Just two living creatures, breathing, walking, growing, that science said were impossible. Their names are Romulus and Remus, and what comes next will change everything you thought you knew about extinction. 10,000 years ago, the dire wolf ruled North America. It was not just a bigger wolf, it was a different beast entirely. Larger skull, wider jaws, teeth built to crush bone. It hunted mammoths, giant sloths, and ancient bison across vast prehistoric landscapes. For over 1 million years, it was one of the most successful predators on Earth. Then, at the end of the last ice age, it vanished. The prey disappeared, the climate changed, and the dire wolf, after 1 million years of dominance, went silent forever. Or so we believed. In 2021, a company called Colossal Biosciences was founded with one obsession: defeat extinction. They had already begun working on the woolly mammoth, but quietly, in parallel, their scientists began a second project, one they did not tell the world about. They obtained a 13,000-year-old direwolf tooth, then a 72,000-year-old direwolf skull, one of the oldest DNA samples ever recovered from a predator. From these ancient remains, their geneticists began extracting something priceless: the dire wolf genome, the complete biological blueprint of an animal the world had not seen in 10 millennia. Here is where the science becomes extraordinary. The dire wolf and the modern gray wolf share DNA, but they are not the same species. They are more different from each other than humans are from chimpanzees. So colossal scientists did something that had never been done before. They identified exactly 14 genes that separate the dire wolf from the gray wolf. Genes controlling skull shape, jaw strength, body size, and most visibly, fur color. The dire wolf had white fur, thick, dense, built for an Ice Age world. Using CRISPR gene editing technology, they made 20 precise changes to gray wolf DNA. 20 changes. That is all that separated the living from the extinct. The edited cells were placed into domestic dog eggs. Those eggs were implanted into surrogate dog mothers. And then they waited. In October 2024, Romulus was born. Then Remus, 2 male pups. White fur, larger than any gray wolf. Wider heads, stronger jaws. In January 2025, a female named Khaleesi followed. 3 direwolves, alive, breathing, on Earth, for the first time in 10,000 years. Colossal kept them secret for months, living on a protected 10,000-acre wildlife preserve in the United States, growing, thriving, becoming exactly what their DNA told them to be. But here is the question that divides scientists. Are Romulus, Remus, and Khaleesi truly direwolves, or are they gray wolves with 20 edits? Colossal says yes, these animals express the key physical traits that defined the direwolf species. Critics say the direwolf had hundreds of unique genetic differences, and 20 changes cannot recreate a species. What everyone agrees on is this: something that did not exist on October 1st, 2024, existed on October 2nd. Whatever you call it, that is not nothing. That is history. And Colossal is not stopping here. The direwolf is only the beginning. They are simultaneously working on the woolly mammoth, the Tasmanian tiger, and the dodo bird. Their goal is not just de-extinction for the sake of wonder, it is ecological restoration, returning lost predators and animals to ecosystems that collapsed without them. Scientists have already seen what happens when wolves return to wild spaces. Rivers change course, forests recover, entire ecosystems rebuild themselves. Now imagine what happens when animals extinct for 10,000 years walk the earth again. Romulus, Remus, Khaleesi. 3 names, 3 animals, one impossible moment in science history. Extinction used to be forever. Colossal Biosciences just made forever negotiable. The question is no longer, can we bring them back? The question is, how many are coming? Subscribe to Species Lab, because this story has only just begun.